Hello and welcome to our channel English Avenue. Success is not magic. Success is not luck. Success is not something that happens in one night. Success is a habit. It is built in your daily routine. It is built in your small decisions. It is built in what you do when nobody is watching. Many people want success, but they do not want successful habits. They want a better life, but they repeat the same old routine. They want confidence, but they avoid practice. They want growth, but they waste time. They want English fluency, but they speak only when they feel motivated. But success does not come from motivation alone. Success comes from repetition. Success comes from discipline. Success comes from doing the right things again and again until they become part of your life. If you want success in English, make English practice a daily habit. Speak one sentence, learn one phrase, listen for 10 minutes, read one paragraph, record your voice. Practice every day, even when your English is not perfect. Because fluency is also a habit. Confidence is also a habit. Discipline is also a habit. And success is also a habit. So in this video, we will understand how to build success through daily habits, simple actions, and a strong mindset. Watch this video till the end, because it will help you not only improve your thinking, but also practice your English listening and vocabulary. And if you want more simple, powerful, and practical English lessons like this video, subscribe to this channel and keep practicing with us every day. Lesson 1. Stop chasing success. Start building successful habits. Many people spend their life chasing success. They say, I want to be successful. I want to become rich. I want to become confident. I want to speak English fluently. I want to change my life. But when you look at their daily routine, nothing matches their dream. They wake up late. They waste time. They scroll for hours. They avoid learning. They quit after a few days. They wait for motivation. They keep planning, but they do not take action. This is the problem. People love the idea of success, but they do not love the habits that create success. Success is not created by wishing. Success is created by repeating the right actions every day. If you want a strong body, you need the habit of exercise. If you want a strong mind, you need the habit of learning. If you want English fluency, you need the habit of speaking. If you want confidence, you need the habit of taking action. If you want a better future, you need the habit of discipline. Success is not one big event. Success is a daily pattern. What you repeat becomes your identity. If you repeat laziness, laziness becomes your lifestyle. If you repeat excuses, excuses become your personality. If you repeat practice, practice becomes your strength. If you repeat discipline, discipline becomes your power. This is why habits are so important. A habit is something you do again and again until it becomes natural. In the beginning, a good habit feels difficult. Waking up early feels difficult. Reading feels difficult. Speaking English feels difficult. Exercise feels difficult. Avoiding distractions feels difficult. But if you repeat it daily, it slowly becomes easier. The action that felt heavy in the beginning starts becoming normal. This is how successful people are created. They're not always more talented than others. They're not always more lucky than others. But they build habits that support their goals. They do not wait for the perfect mood. They do not wait for the perfect day. They do not wait until everything feels easy. They do what is necessary. Even when they are tired, even when they are not motivated, even when nobody is clapping, even when results are slow. This is the real secret. Do not chase success directly. Build the habits that make success possible. If you want to improve English, do not only say, I want to speak fluent English. Build the habit. Speak for 5 minutes every day. Listen to English every day. Learn useful phrases every day. Use English in your daily life. If you want to become more confident, do not only say, I want confidence. Build the habit. Speak up. Try new things. Record your voice. Make mistakes and correct them. Take small, brave actions daily. If you want to become disciplined, do not only say, I want discipline. Build the habit. Wake up at the same time. Finish one important task. Avoid one distraction. Keep one promise to yourself. Success becomes easier when your habits support your dream, but success becomes difficult when your habits fight against your dream. So ask yourself honestly, are my habits helping my future, or are my habits destroying my future? This question can change your life, because your future is not hidden in your dreams only. Your future is hidden in your routine. What you do every day is building who you will become tomorrow. So stop chasing success like it is far away. Start building success inside your daily habits. One small habit, one small action, one small improvement, repeated every day. That is how success begins. Lesson 2. Make small actions powerful through consistency. Many people ignore small actions because they look too simple. They think, what can 5 minutes do? What can 1 page do? What can 1 English sentence do? What can 1 small workout do? What can 1 small habit change? But this thinking is wrong. Small actions become powerful when you repeat them. 1 day of practice may look small, but 1 year of daily practice can change your life. 1 English sentence may look simple, but 1 sentence every day builds speaking confidence. 1 page may look small, but 1 page every day builds knowledge. 1 workout may look small, but daily exercise builds strength. 1 good decision may look small, but repeated good decisions build a successful life. Success is not always about doing something big today. Sometimes success is about doing something small today and repeating it tomorrow. This is called consistency. Consistency means you continue, even when progress is slow, even when you do not feel motivated, even when you make mistakes, even when you cannot see results immediately. Consistency is powerful because it trains your mind to trust yourself. When you say, I will practice English today, and you actually practice, you build self-respect. When you say, I will read today, and you actually read, you build discipline. When you say, I will not waste time today, and you control yourself, you build inner strength. Every small promise you keep makes you stronger. Every small action you repeat makes your identity stronger. You slowly stop seeing yourself as a lazy person. You start seeing yourself as a disciplined person. You stop seeing yourself as a weak English learner. You start seeing yourself as someone who practices every day. You stop seeing yourself as someone who only dreams. You start seeing yourself as someone who takes action. This identity change is very important, because when your identity changes, your life changes. A successful person does not ask, do I feel like practicing today? A successful person says, this is who I am. I practice daily. A confident English learner does not ask, am I perfect enough to speak? A confident learner says, I improve by speaking, so I will speak today. This is how small actions become life-changing. But remember, consistency does not mean you must be perfect. Some days you will practice well. Some days you will practice only a little. Some days you will feel strong. Some days you will feel tired. That is normal. The goal is not perfection. The goal is continuation. If you miss one day, do not quit. Start again the next day. Do not turn one missed day into one missed month. Do not say, I failed. Say, I am returning. This is the mindset of growth. To build consistency, make your habit easy. Do not start too big. If you want to speak English, start with 5 minutes. If you want to read, start with 1 page. If you want to exercise, start with 10 minutes. If you want to learn, start with 1 lesson. Make it so simple that you cannot make excuses. Then repeat it every day. After some time, increase it slowly. 5 minutes becomes 10 minutes. 1 page becomes 5 pages. 1 sentence becomes 1 paragraph. 1 small action becomes a strong routine. This is how success is built. Not by pressure, not by perfection, but by small actions repeated with patience. So never underestimate your small daily effort. Your small practice is not small if you repeat it. Your small discipline is not small if you protect it. Your small English habit is not small if it makes you speak every day. Your small action today can become your big result tomorrow. Success is a habit, and every habit begins with 1 small action. Lesson 3. Your daily routine is secretly creating your future. Many people think the future is created by big dreams. But the truth is this: your future is created by your daily routine. What you do every morning. What you do in your free time. What you do when you are bored. What you do when nobody is watching. What you do when you feel lazy. These small daily actions are quietly building your future. If your routine is weak, your future becomes weak. If your routine is strong, your future becomes strong. A person who wastes time every day should not be surprised when life does not change. A person who practices every day should not be surprised when results begin to appear. Your routine is like a mirror. It shows what you are really serious about. Many people say, I want success. But their routine says, I love comfort. They say, I want English fluency. But their routine says, I do not practice speaking. They say, I want confidence. But their routine says, I avoid action. They say, I want a better future. But their routine says, I repeat the same habits every day. This is why you must check your routine honestly. Do not only ask, what do I want? Ask, what am I repeating every day? Because what you repeat is more powerful than what you wish. If you repeat learning, you become wiser. If you repeat practice, you become skilled. If you repeat discipline, you become stronger. If you repeat excuses, you stay stuck. If you repeat distractions, you lose focus. Your routine is the hidden factory of your future. Every day it is producing something. It is either producing confidence or fear, growth or laziness, discipline or regret, success or excuses. This is why successful people protect their daily routine. They know that success is not built only when life feels easy. Success is built when you follow your habits even on ordinary days. You do not need a perfect routine. You need a useful routine. Start with simple habits. Wake up and speak 1 positive sentence. Learn 1 useful English phrase. Read 1 paragraph. Practice speaking for 5 minutes. Write down 1 thing you learned. Avoid 1 distraction. Finish 1 important task. These habits may look small, but they train your mind. They tell your brain, I am serious about my future. They tell your confidence, I can keep promises to myself. They tell your future, I am coming. And slowly, your identity begins to change. You stop being a person who only thinks about success. You become a person who practices success every day. Success is not only in your dream. Success is in your schedule. Success is in your morning. Success is in your practice. Success is in your small choices. Success is in your daily routine. So if you want to change your life, do not only change your goal, change your routine. Because when your routine changes, your direction changes. And when your direction changes, your future changes. Lesson 4. Build the habit of doing things, even when you do not feel like it. This is one of the biggest differences between people who succeed and people who stay stuck. Successful people do not depend only on feelings. They do not wait to feel motivated every day. They do not wait to feel excited every morning. They do not wait to feel confident before taking action. They understand that feelings change. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel tired. Some days you feel focused. Some days you feel lazy. Some days you feel motivated. Some days you feel completely empty. If you build your life only on feelings, your progress will always be unstable. But if you build your life on habits, you can continue even when your feelings change. This is why success is a habit. A habit helps you move even when motivation disappears. For example, if you only practice English when you feel motivated, your English will improve slowly. But if you practice English every day because it is your habit, your English will improve naturally. You do not ask yourself, "Do I feel like brushing my teeth today?" You just do it because it is a habit. In the same way, English practice should become a habit. Reading should become a habit. Learning should become a habit. Discipline should become a habit. Taking action should become a habit. When something becomes a habit, you do not fight with yourself every day. You just do it. This is real power. In the beginning, discipline feels difficult. Your mind will make excuses. It will say, "Do it tomorrow." It will say, "You are tired." It will say, "You are not ready." It will say, "Only today." Skip it. But you must train yourself to take action anyway, not because you are always motivated, but because your future is important. There will be days when you do not want to practice. Practice for 5 minutes. There will be days when you do not want to read. Read 1 page. There will be days when you do not want to speak English. Speak 5 sentences. There will be days when you do not want to work on your goal. Take 1 small step. This is how you build inner strength. You teach yourself that your mood is not the boss. Your excuses are not the boss. Your laziness is not the boss. Your habit is stronger. Your discipline is stronger. Your dream is stronger. This does not mean you must become harsh with yourself. It means you must become responsible. If you are tired, do less, but do not do nothing. If you are busy, practice for a short time, but do not completely stop. If your day is difficult, take a small step, but keep your promise alive. Because the habit of continuing is more important than the size of the action. 5 minutes of practice on a tired day is powerful. Not because 5 minutes is huge, but because it proves that you did not quit. That proof builds confidence. That proof builds identity. That proof builds success. Every time you do the right thing, even when you do not feel like it, you become stronger than your old self. You become more disciplined. You become more focused. You become more reliable. You become the kind of person who can create success. So do not wait for the perfect feeling. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for energy. Start small. Do what you can. Keep the habit alive. Because success belongs to the person who continues, even on the days when it feels difficult. Lesson 5. Replace bad habits with habits that build you. If success is a habit, then failure can also become a habit. This is important to understand. Failure does not always happen because one big thing went wrong. Sometimes failure happens because small bad habits repeat every day. Wasting time becomes a habit. Making excuses becomes a habit. Sleeping late becomes a habit. Avoiding practice becomes a habit. Scrolling for hours becomes a habit. Starting something and quitting becomes a habit. Thinking negatively becomes a habit. And slowly, these habits create a life you do not want. Many people think, I am unlucky. But sometimes they are not unlucky. They are just repeating habits that keep them stuck. So if you want success, you must look at your habits honestly. Ask yourself, what habit is helping me? What habit is hurting me? What habit is wasting my time? What habit is making me weak? What habit can make my future better? This honesty is the beginning of change. But remember, do not only say, I will stop bad habits. That is not enough. You must replace bad habits with better habits. Because when you remove one habit, your mind needs something new to do. For example, if you waste too much time on your phone, do not only say, I will stop using my phone. Instead, say, when I open my phone, first I will watch one English learning video. If you scroll at night, replace it with reading one page. If you overthink too much, replace it with writing your thoughts. If you complain often, replace it with asking, what can I do now? If you avoid English speaking, replace fear with 1 minute of self-talk. If you say, I am weak in English, replace it with, I am improving my English every day. This is how you change your life. You do not defeat bad habits only by fighting them. You defeat bad habits by building stronger habits. A good habit must become more attractive than the bad habit. A good habit must become easy to start. A good habit must become part of your daily routine. Start very small. If you cannot read 10 pages, read 1 page. If you cannot speak English for 30 minutes, speak for 2 minutes. If you cannot exercise for 1 hour, exercise for 10 minutes. If you cannot study for a long time, study for 15 minutes. Small good habits are not weak. They are the beginning of strength. The goal is to make good habits easy enough to repeat, because repetition builds identity. When you speak English every day, even for a short time, you start becoming an English speaker. When you read every day, even 1 page, you start becoming a learner. When you take action every day, even 1 small step, you start becoming disciplined. And when your identity changes, your future changes. So do not only dream about success. Remove the habits that are silently destroying your future. Replace them with habits that build your mind, your confidence, your discipline, your English, and your life. Because your habits are either building you or breaking you. Choose the habits that build you. Lesson 6. Make discipline your normal lifestyle. Success becomes easier when discipline becomes your normal lifestyle. Many people think discipline means pressure. They think discipline means forcing yourself every day. They think discipline means living a boring life. But real discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. Discipline means you respect your goal. You respect your time. You respect your future. You respect the person you are trying to become. When you are disciplined, you do not let every mood control you. You do not let every distraction pull you away. You do not let laziness decide your future. You become the leader of your own life. This is why discipline is powerful. Without discipline, even a great dream becomes weak. You may have talent. You may have ideas. You may have potential. You may have big goals. But if you do not have discipline, you will not use them properly. Discipline turns potential into progress. Discipline turns dreams into action. Discipline turns practice into skill. Discipline turns English learning into English fluency. For example, if you want to speak English confidently, discipline means you practice even when nobody tells you. You speak for 5 minutes even when you feel shy. You listen to English even when you are tired. You repeat useful phrases even when progress feels slow. You correct your mistakes instead of feeling bad. You continue because you know your goal matters. That is discipline. Discipline does not always need big actions. Sometimes discipline is very simple. Waking up on time. Finishing one important task. Practicing English for 10 minutes. Reading one useful page. Avoiding one distraction. Sleeping at the right time. Keeping one promise to yourself. These simple things build a strong personality. And a strong personality creates success. The problem is that many people want discipline only when life is easy. But discipline is most important when life is not easy. When you are tired, discipline keeps you moving. When you are bored, discipline keeps you focused. When you are afraid, discipline tells you to try. When you fail, discipline tells you to start again. When motivation disappears, discipline becomes your support. This is why discipline must become a lifestyle, not a temporary mood. Do not be disciplined for 2 days and then disappear. Do not practice English for 1 week and then stop. Do not work on your dream only when you feel inspired. Make discipline normal. Make learning normal. Make practice normal. Make improvement normal. At first, discipline feels difficult. But after repetition, it becomes part of you. The same action that once felt hard starts feeling natural. And when discipline becomes natural, success becomes more possible. So from today, do not see discipline as a burden. See discipline as freedom. Because discipline gives you freedom from regret, freedom from laziness, freedom from weak habits, freedom from fear, freedom from staying in the same place. Discipline gives you the power to build the life you want. Success is a habit, and discipline is the habit that protects all other habits. So make discipline your normal lifestyle. Not for 1 day, not for 1 week. Make it part of who you are. Lesson 7. Build the habit of learning every day. If success is a habit, then learning must become one of your strongest habits. Because the person who learns every day grows every day. And the person who stops learning slowly becomes stuck. Many people want success, but they do not feed their mind with new knowledge. They use their phone every day, but they do not learn from it. They watch videos every day, but they do not choose useful content. They spend time online every day, but their mind does not become stronger. This is why learning must become a daily habit. You do not need to study for many hours. You do not need to read a full book every day. You do not need to understand everything in 1 day. Start small. Learn one useful idea. Read 1 page. Listen to 1 educational video. Learn 1 English phrase. Understand 1 new concept. Write down 1 important lesson. Small learning every day creates a powerful mind over time. A successful person is always learning. They learn from books. They learn from mistakes. They learn from people. They learn from experience. They learn from failure. They learn from every situation. This is what makes them different. An ordinary person makes a mistake and feels bad. A successful person makes a mistake and asks, "What can I learn from this?" An ordinary person faces a problem and complains. A successful person faces a problem and asks, "How can I solve this?" An ordinary person says, "I already know enough." A successful person says, "There is still something I can improve." This learning mindset is very important because success is not only about working hard, it is also about becoming smarter. If you work hard but never learn, you may repeat the same mistakes. But if you learn every day, your hard work becomes more powerful. For English learners, this lesson is very important. If you want success in English, make learning English part of your daily habit. Learn one phrase every day. Practice one speaking topic every day. Listen to English for 10 minutes every day. Read one short paragraph every day. Write 5 sentences every day. Speak aloud every day. Do not wait for perfect time. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait until you feel ready. Learn something small today, because every small lesson becomes part of your growth. For example, today you learn the phrase, "I am working on it." Use it in your own sentences. I am working on my English. I am working on my confidence. I am working on my pronunciation. I am working on my daily routine. Now you are not only learning a phrase, you are training your speaking. You are building confidence. You are making English active in your life. This is how learning becomes success. Learning should not stay only in your notebook. Learning should enter your actions. If you learn about discipline, practice discipline. If you learn about confidence, take one brave action. If you learn about English speaking, speak one sentence. If you learn about time management, organize your day. If you learn about success, change one habit. Because real learning is not only knowing. Real learning is using what you know. So make learning your daily habit. Protect your mind from useless content. Feed your mind with useful ideas. Choose videos that teach you. Choose books that guide you. Choose people who inspire you. Choose lessons that make you better. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant good ideas every day, your life will grow in a better direction. But if you fill your mind with negativity, distractions, and useless thoughts, your future becomes weaker. So educate yourself every day. Improve your mind every day. Learn one useful thing every day. Because success belongs to people who keep growing, and growth begins with learning. Lesson 8. Build the habit of taking action. Immediately. Many people have dreams. Many people have plans. Many people have ideas. Many people know what they should do, but they do not take action. They wait. They delay. They overthink. They say, "I will start tomorrow." They say, "I will do it when I feel ready." They say, "I will begin when everything is perfect." But tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. And slowly, the dream becomes only a thought. This is why successful people build the habit of taking action immediately. They do not wait too long. They do not think forever. They do not let fear control every decision. They understand that action creates clarity. Action creates confidence. Action creates progress. Action creates results. If you only think, you stay in the same place. But when you act, you start moving. And movement changes everything. You do not need to take a huge action immediately. Start with a small action. If you want to improve English, speak one sentence now. If you want to read more, read one page now. If you want to become fit, do 10 minutes of exercise now. If you want to start a project, write the first idea now. If you want to change your routine, take one small step now. The first action does not need to be perfect. It only needs to begin. Many people fail because they wait for confidence before action. But confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes after action. When you speak English once, you become a little braver. When you record your voice once, you become a little more confident. When you finish one small task, you trust yourself more. When you take one step, the next step becomes easier. This is how confidence grows. Not by waiting, not by wishing, not by only watching motivational videos. Confidence grows when you do something. Action is the bridge between your dream and your result. Without action, even the best plan is useless. Without action, even the strongest motivation disappears. Without action, even the biggest dream stays far away. So make action your habit. When you learn something, use it. When you get an idea, write it. When you feel inspired, move. When you see a chance, try. When you know the right thing, do it. Do not give your mind too much time to create excuses. Because the longer you wait, the stronger your excuses become. Your mind will say, later. Your fear will say, you are not ready. Your laziness will say, do it tomorrow. Your doubt will say, what if you fail? But your habit must say, start now. This one sentence can change your life. Start now, not perfectly, not loudly, not with full confidence. Just start. For English learners, this is life-changing. Do not only watch English-speaking videos. Speak after watching. Do not only save vocabulary posts. Use one word in a sentence. Do not only listen to conversations. Repeat one line aloud. Do not only think, I should practice. Open your mouth and practice. Even 1 minute of speaking is better than 1 hour of thinking about speaking. Action makes English real. Action turns knowledge into skill. Action turns fear into confidence. Action turns a learner into a speaker. So every day, ask yourself, what is one action I can take right now? Then do it. One small action today can create momentum. And momentum can create a new habit. And a new habit can create a new life. Success is not built by people who only know what to do. Success is built by people who do what they know. So stop waiting. Stop delaying. Stop overthinking. Take action immediately. Because the life you want will not be created by your thoughts alone. It will be created by your actions. Lesson 9. Build the habit of protecting your time. Because your time is your life. Your time is your energy. Your time is your future. Every day, life gives you time. But how you use that time decides what you become. Many people say they want success, but they give their time to distractions. They spend hours scrolling. They spend hours watching useless videos. They spend hours thinking about other people's lives. They spend hours talking about dreams, but they do not spend enough time building their own dream. Then they wonder why their life is not changing. But the truth is simple. If your time is going into distractions, your future will become weak. If your time is going into learning, practice, discipline, and growth, your future will become strong. Your life moves in the direction where your time goes. If you give time to English speaking, your English will improve. If you give time to reading, your knowledge will improve. If you give time to exercise, your body will improve. If you give time to practice, Your skill will improve. But if you give your best time to useless things, you cannot expect powerful results. This is why successful people protect their time. They understand that every hour matters. They do not waste their most important hours on things that do not build them. They do not allow every notification to control their mind. They do not allow every person to waste their energy. They do not allow every mood to destroy their routine. They know that time is limited. Once time is gone, it does not come back. Money can come back. Energy can come back. Opportunities can come back. But lost time never returns. So, if you want success, you must become serious about your time. Ask yourself every day, is this helping my future? Is this making me better? Is this building my habit? Is this taking me closer to my goal? If the answer is no, then you must be careful. This does not mean you should never rest. Rest is important. Entertainment is okay sometimes. Relaxing is also necessary. But wasting time every day is dangerous. There's a big difference between rest and distraction. Rest gives you energy. Distraction steals your energy. Rest helps you continue. Distraction makes you forget your goal. So protect your time wisely. Make a simple daily plan. Choose one important task. Choose one learning habit. Choose one English practice habit. Choose one action that moves your life forward. For example, today I will practice English for 10 minutes. Today I will read one page. Today I will learn one useful phrase. Today I will finish one important task. Today I will avoid wasting 1 hour on my phone. These small decisions build time discipline. And time discipline builds success. For English learners, time protection is very important. You do not need 5 hours every day, but you need some focused time every day. 10 minutes of speaking, 10 minutes of listening, 5 minutes of reading, 5 minutes of writing. This small daily practice can change your English if you protect it. But if you say, I will practice later, later may never come. So fix a time. Maybe morning, maybe evening, maybe before sleeping, maybe while walking. But decide. Make English practice part of your day. Because when you protect time for your growth becomes real. Do not let the whole day pass without doing something for your future. Even one small action is better than nothing. One focused minute is better than 1 hour of excuses. One small practice is better than a big plan with no action. Remember this. Success is not only about working hard. Success is also about protecting your time from things that do not matter. Your time is the soil. Your habits are the seeds. Your future is the harvest. If you plant good habits in your time every day, your future will grow. So protect your time. Use it for learning. Use it for practice. Use it for discipline. Use it for building yourself. Because the person who controls their time controls their direction. And the person who controls their direction can build success. Lesson 10. Build the habit of never quitting on yourself. Many people do not fail because they are not talented. They fail because they stop too early. They start with excitement. They work for a few days. They practice for 1 week. They try for 1 month. Then they do not see fast results, so they quit. But success takes time. English fluency takes time. Confidence takes time. Discipline takes time. A strong future takes time. Nothing great becomes strong in 1 day. A seed does not become a tree in 1 night. A body does not become strong after 1 workout. A mind does not become powerful after 1 lesson. A speaker does not become fluent after 1 conversation. Everything meaningful needs time, patience, and repetition. This is why you must build the habit of continuing. Continue when progress is slow. Continue when nobody supports you. Continue when you make mistakes. Continue when motivation disappears. Continue when you feel tired. Continue when your results are not visible yet. Because the people who win are not always the people who start first. The people who win are the people who continue. You must understand this deeply. Every time you quit, you teach your mind that quitting is normal. But every time you continue, you teach your mind that you are strong. Every time you return after failure, you build confidence. Every time you practice again, you build discipline. Every time you refuse to give up, you build a successful identity. Success is not only a habit of doing. Success is also a habit of returning. Returning after a bad day. Returning after a mistake. Returning after a break. Returning after failure. Returning when you feel behind. This is very important for English learners. Maybe you practiced English for some days and then stopped. Start again. Maybe you made many grammar mistakes. Start again. Maybe you felt shy while speaking. Start again. Maybe you forgot words. Start again. Maybe you missed practice for 1 week. Start again. Do not punish yourself forever. Do not say, I failed, so I should stop. Say, I stopped for some time, but now I am returning. This mindset is powerful, because one missed day should not become one missed month. One mistake should not become the end of your journey. One failure should not become your identity. Your journey is still alive as long as you return. The habit of never quitting does not mean every day will be perfect. Some days will be difficult. Some days you will feel weak. Some days you will speak badly. Some days you will not feel confident. Some days you will feel like nothing is changing. But even on those days, do one small thing. Speak one sentence. Read one paragraph. Listen for 5 minutes. Write one line. Repeat one phrase. Take one small step. Why? Because small action keeps your habit alive. And when your habit stays alive, your success stays alive. Never quitting does not mean you never rest. Rest if you need to rest. Slow down if you need to slow down. Change your method if your method is not working. Ask for help if you need guidance. But do not quit on your future. Do not quit on your dream. Do not quit on the person you are becoming. Because your future self is waiting for your consistency. Your confidence is waiting for your practice. Your success is waiting for your patience. Maybe today you do not see the result. But every small effort is building something inside you. Every lesson is building your knowledge. Every practice is building your skill. Every mistake is building your wisdom. Every struggle is building your strength. And one day, all these small efforts will come together. One day, you will speak better. One day, you will feel stronger. One day, you will become more confident. One day, you will look back and understand that nothing was wasted. So keep going. Success is a habit, and the strongest habit is not quitting. When others stop, continue. When others complain, practice. When others wait for motivation, use discipline. When others give up after mistakes, learn and move forward. That is how you become different. That is how you become strong. That is how success becomes part of your life. So make this promise to yourself. I will not quit on myself. I will continue even when it is hard. I will learn even when I make mistakes. I will practice even when progress is slow. I will build success through my daily habits. Because success does not belong to the person who only dreams. Success belongs to the person who continues. One habit at a time, one action at a time, one day at a time.